Hello there. I'm in the Itata Valley in, I don't know, southern Chile. Maybe it's the 8th zone, like 8th lowest out of 9. Whatever. Anyway, here harvesting grapes with Roberto Henriquez. We've been harvesting Moscatel, and I just like, this is so different from the vineyards that you normally see when like you read about vineyards in Europe, in like France or somewhere like that, and you see pictures of like perfectly manicured vineyards in Bordeaux where everything is trained up on wires and they're all like immaculately ordered and pruned and stuff like that. And this is just, and those are all like pretty and photogenic and stuff, and I think this is photogenic too. I mean, goddamn, this is a beautiful place. But this is so different. Let me show you how different this is. So these are all little tiny bush vines. They're all growing right down on the ground. Like, you couldn't do this in somewhere like Bordeaux or the Loire, I think, because it's too wet and you'd have problems with mildew and stuff. So like the vines are right down here on the ground, and then the shoots just come off of them. It's not even like albarello training in Italy where the vines, at least, you know, like you have a trunk like this, but it comes up like that high or whatever, and then you have like shoots going off of it wherever. No, this is trained on wires. It's mostly Moscatel. The big bushes, like this one right here, that's Semillon. There's a few of them in here, and there's like 1 or 2 Pais vines kicking around. Look at this. It's a pretty beautiful spot. But beautiful spot, but also like farm country. And there's not a lot of vines around here. There's vines like right here in this little spot. There's a bunch of abandoned vines over there, still sort of hanging on, it looks like, in that grass. But grapes and vines are super cheap here. A lot of them are getting ripped out to plant like trees for the paper industry. Anyway, this is so much more, like harvesting grapes like this is so much more work, because you have to crouch down and like dig around, look underneath the vine to try and figure out where the grapes are. And these are barely even managed. Like, you can see that at some point, like earlier in the season, they sort of cut out around the vine a little bit, I think, with a hoe maybe, or a shovel. But the soil doesn't get worked at all because it's loose granitic soil that can get eroded easily. So it's, you know, hard to find the grapes. Harvesting a vineyard like this just is a lot more labor intensive and takes a lot more time to go through and pick everything. So we've been here all morning, and we did from like those big bushes down there near that like corrugated like plastic roof, you know, up to the driveway here and over to where I'm standing now, and that's it. Like, that's with, I think there were 6 of us harvesting, and we picked, I don't know how many kilos this is, but we filled 1, 2, 3, 16, 32, 40-ish like trays of grapes, something like that. Anyway, it's Moscatel is a pretty productive vine. Also, look at me walking around in this. This is not the easiest. This is actually pretty difficult stuff to walk around on. Like a bunch of us, you know, like people trip and fall and hopefully don't roll down the hill. But yeah, way more difficult because it's up on a hillside. Way more difficult than like a lot of the vineyards that you see in movies or whatever. Here, I think that might be Pais there, I think. I'm gonna eat some of it. Look at how big this cluster is too. It's freaking huge. That's so not ripe yet, never mind. Anyway, so this is the Itata Valley in Chile. Yeah, this is like where we started from over there and then worked our way up. So there's still a lot of grapes left in the vineyard.